real estate, anything that you really feel that you're struggling when it comes to finances, specifically finance. Find us if you click on the link wherever you see this or hearing this. There's going to be a link that can link you straight to the website to where you can contact us, or you can email us info@kirundagroup.com. That's info@kirundagroup.com. You could always ask questions, comments, likes, hearts, and thumbs up are always appreciated. We love, interacting with our audience. So please leave a comment, please leave a like or a question, or if you like or if you don't like, just let us know. Either way, we love the interaction. So I want to remind people we will be having the real estate seminar coming up soon. I'll let you know about the dates on those things. It'll be coming soon, probably within the next couple months. Like I said, we're figuring out the logistics. You can enter your email, and we'll take your email and send you everything that we are doing in terms of updates, in terms of any new properties that we're trying to maybe partner with people or giving away for free. We always send us the email list, and people get that information, and they usually get it. So today's episode is called "How to Succeed During the Coronavirus Outbreak." How do you succeed during the coronavirus outbreak? Now, this is becoming an epidemic. People are getting sick all over the world. Teams, college basketball, further notice. This is becoming almost like a pandemic, like an epidemic, almost like a movie. And people need to understand that, yes, this is happening, but there's ways to succeed while all this stuff is happening. Yes, it's happening, and you need to be, I'll give you a certain measure of things you need to follow, but succeed or grow in this epidemic. But the first thing is, before we even talk about business or money in terms, second thing is healthy for family, friends, all those people around you. So not only are you affecting your health, but you're affecting anyone else around you who's in contact with you. So first of all, safety for yourself, safety for your family, friends, which means I read about it, and it's a serious thing. So take it serious. Don't joke around with it. So don't shake hands. Don't cough in your hand, in your elbow. Do these things that are preventative in terms of what you can do for yourself and also for the people around you. Also, take care of your body. Eat, sleep right, and eat healthy. These things will actually physically help your body staying away from viruses. It's that simple. Just read about this stuff, and that's really taking care of yourself. And it'll also help the people around you. Second thing is, you have to obviously take the safety that it's an emergency. The governor of my state called an emergency so we can get, outside funds for people and testing, all these things. So you need to take it serious for your areas. So stock up on dry goods, canned goods, or buy in bulk in terms of things you need maybe for your kids, diet, you at least yourself for your own safety. So understand that. That's first thing. Before we even get into anything else, how to succeed, you need to have safety. So take care of those things first. Take care of your body, take care of close friends and family, and then also take care of your backup in terms of safety, in terms of food, shelter, all those things. The steps you can do. The first thing is, when everyone else is cautious, and be fearful when everyone else is greedy. Understand that. Let me repeat it. Be greedy when everyone else is cautious, and be fearful when everyone else is greedy. So understand this. In most countries, the most land is bought when there's a war. When there's a war, there's a massive war. Smart investors are buying up land, buy when there's blood in the streets, which is a terrible saying, but it's true. Most investors, most people buy when everything is cheap. Why buy anything when it's expensive? It's the total contradiction of a business. You want to buy things when it's cheap. So if I'm into land, I'm buying when everything's cheap. So understand this. And this quote was mentioned obviously by Warren Buffett. If you guys don't know, Warren Buffett is worth 87 something $billion, and I listen to those kind of people. So be greedy when everyone else is cautious, and be fearful when everyone is greedy. So understand this. Everyone's going to be cautious right now because of the fact it's the coronavirus and all everything. They're going to be very cautious. That's why people are not going out to eat. That's why people are not going to movies, all those things. They want to be cautious. Nothing wrong with that. But you need to understand that you need to make money in this area. You need to take advantage of this. You need to take advantage of once you've taken care of your first self, which is yourself, take care of your physical, needs, your backup needs, and now you can actually make money through this. So the way you can make money with this is simple. If back in 2008 you were buying houses when everyone else is losing their houses and you were buying houses, you'd be a multi-millionaire or multi-billion by now. A couple years later. So understand this: if before 2008 you should be selling because everyone was greedy and everyone wanted their houses and to be able to fix them and flip them real quick. But what you want to do now is understand, okay, everyone's going to be fearful right now because of this coronavirus. I need to take advantage of this. Same thing with in 1929 when the stock market crashed. They called the whatever Monday. That's the time you should have bought when everything is cheap. It's the same thing with the situation we are in right now. So if you're thinking in terms of business, or if you're thinking in terms of whatever you want to do, you should be taking advantage of this situation. So in every disaster, there's an opportunity. So if there's right now, if I want to start a quick business online, I would be selling those masks. I'd be selling those gloves, those suits, those hazmat, because that's what the market wants right now. Understand that it's that simple. You can succeed that way. Just start a simple business of selling those things. You'll probably make a lot of money because people are now fearful. So you use that to your advantage, but you make sure you do it right. You do it quickly. You put up the website. You put up it. It has to be speed. So understand this: you have to be greedy when everybody's looking for certain things. Let's say toilet paper. You start selling and you could make a killing just by those simple things because you think and understanding the business, the people, what things people are looking for. I buy them in bulk and sell them retail. It's a simple business. So you need to understand that if you are trying to make money, if you're in a business already, what you should be doing right now is thinking about expanding when everyone else is contracting. That's what you need to be thinking. So in terms of you should be spending more money on marketing because other people are not, so understand that, and there's opportunity that comes from this. So right now, in since of the virus and all these other things, the government has to issue some help to people and businesses because people are suffering. So the House and Senate just approved a $7 billion SBA low interest loans. This is to people who want to get loans for business. This is for people who lost wages in terms of losing a job, or people who just you can get these things and hold them for a long period of time. New York City just approved. If you they'll give you a $75,000 no interest loan. But if you don't know this because you don't have a business, it's impossible for you to know about this stuff. I'm not in New York City, but I'm actually looking at buying some property there. And I look at those, seeing where the advantages. As a business owner, that's what you're looking for, advantages. So if I get a $75,000 no interest loan, I can get that loan and go buy a house with it, and have the house pay back the loan, and have no interest. That is, as a business person, you need to understand these things. So in New York also, they said if your business has less than 5 employees, you can get grants for payroll for up to 2 months, meaning they'll pay your payroll for 2 months. It's a grant. You don't have to pay it back. This is happening right now because people, if you don't know about these advantages and you don't take full advantage of the things, you will never progress. And that's why it's important to understand that in times of crisis, in times of people freaking out, look at it as opportunity. Where is the money going? It's the same thing with, let's say, I know a gentleman who bought property really cheap, new casinos, and made a killing because he understood that, listen, the fact that there's a hurricane, yes, it's sad, but yes, FEMA is going to come in and help people with housing, but FEMA does not build things. You need to go to companies and corporations. So you, as a business person, that's what I would look at. If there's been a tornado, people are running away from the place, means people are being cautious. You want to be greedy. You want to be going inside that place, which is tough to think about. You need to switch your brain. So understand, yes, there's a coronavirus. Yes, it's going on. It's happening. Number one, be cautious. That's not even a question. Be cautious of yourself and your health and your safety, but then also be cautious for your close friends and stuff. But then understand, okay, one thing else you can do, you might as well try to use your brain to understand how can I use this to my advantage for my business. So, and there's so many states doing these things, and so many states like in Massachusetts or like Washington State. Let's take Washington State. Washington State is one of the first areas where coronavirus was, and also a lot of people have died from that state. So they have come up with, for them, counters cash flow problem, like meaning they don't have the cash flow coming in from a restaurant, whatever. The state will give them a free loan. A free loan. You know, there's even institutions that will come in and they have debt forgiveness, meaning you borrow and if you can't pay it back, it's okay. You know, debt forgiveness. You need to understand these things are they exist in San Francisco. That's simple. But you need to understand, how can I make money off of this? How can I improve my money situation, especially when it comes to this? So me, in being in real estate, I'm buying constantly, constantly. Where people are leaving, I'm buying. Unless obviously it's a major, like a terrible area where there's no jobs. Otherwise, I'm buying. Where everyone else is selling and trying to be conservative, I'm trying to expand. Same with your business, whatever you're doing. I don't care if you're selling, um, you know, whatever you're selling. Be greedy when everyone else is cautious, and be cautious when everyone else is greedy. It's a simple line, but it works for everything. It's worked for everyone who's almost become a billionaire. They've made all their money when in the downturn. Most millionaires make their money on the downturn. The downtown is when you could buy cheap, you could buy effectively in terms of your capital, you could buy so much more. So understand that if you see a disaster, yes, you see the disaster, but then also look at it as an opportunity. Most people don't see that mindset. People, that's what makes the news. Politics is all about negativity. Politics means bullshitting. That's what it means. So understand, if you do your research, understand that these things are just out there to give you, a blinder, something to look at. But if you look at the total opposite as a business person, you can make some advices that's happening. Yes, it's not even a question. Yes, teams are canceling games. Yes, this is happening. But then how can I increase my wallet also? How can I increase my credit? How can I increase my, because banks think you cash. But if I go as a business person, go to the bank and ask for a loan, they're gonna think this guy is crazy. Yes, give him everything he wants. You know, it's that simple. Understand expansion is what's gonna help you in terms of everything you do in terms of business, especially when it comes to business. Expansion, expand, expand. So guys, until next time, I appreciate you guys. We're here every Thursday. Have any more future ideas, leave them in there. We'll maybe get to them. And also make sure you leave your questions for next month's Ask a CEO. Guys,